Everyone knows the statistic that 70% of marriages end in divorce and 90% of relationships before 30 years old also do not work out. But why is this? Well, after years of personal trial and error, multiple failed relationships or situationships, talking stages, whatever the hell you kids want to call them these days, I believe that most people who are trying to get into relationships, or even those who are currently in one, are sabotaging their own relationship by focusing on the wrong thing. And that is love. When you make love the priority, you deprioritize the thing that actually makes healthy relationships, which is respect. Am I saying that you should never feel anything, you should never fall in love, just be this emotionless Sigma? No, that's lame. Just don't make love your priority. Prioritizing love is more so a problem for men than women these days. We see these millennial men pushing this scam of, oh, happy wife, happy life. If I just focus on pleasing my girl, if I act all loving with her, if I would literally put myself on a leash and bark if she asked me, woof woof, it's okay because I love her and she loves me. What these guys are really saying is that it's fine if there is disrespect in the relationship because of love. See how stupid this sounds? When you do this, when you prioritize love, your woman loses respect for you because a woman can't love someone who she doesn't respect first. And it might take 2 months for her to realize this. It might take her 10 years when you've already got kids together and you have to get a divorce and she takes half of your shit. But a woman will always lose respect for a man who places the love and the feelings in a relationship over respect. Listen, you can have her respect without her love, but you can't have her love without respect. What a woman really wants is a leader. She wants a man who is mentally strong enough to put his desire for love to the side and lead her. Just remember the saying that when men chase love, they lose the respect of their woman and then love. It's this paradox that you must understand and live by if you want to have a healthy relationship. So how do we practically do this? When you're talking to a new girl, or even if you have a girlfriend already, what can you do to make her respect you more? Well, there's 3 principles that you need to live by if you want to maintain a woman's respect. And the first one is be more selfish. Stop prioritizing her happiness and prioritize yourself instead. Have a mind of your own. Say, for example, you're with your girl and you guys are trying to decide where to eat, and she wants Chick-fil-A, but you want to get In-N-Out. If you want her to respect you, do what you want and get In-N-Out. When you act more selfish with your girl, she might be temporarily less happy with you, but she will ultimately respect you more in the long term. You must learn to think for yourself instead of letting her control you and your decision making. Even if you think that you're just being courteous and kind by letting her have the lead, she will respect you less if you let her control you. The second way to gain respect from a woman is to put down any form of disrespect. You need to be able to recognize when your woman is disrespecting you in the slightest and call her out when it happens. Women will especially heavily do this at the very beginning of the relationship because she's testing you to see what kind of man you really are. And if you think about it, this is really smart on a woman's part, because what better way to test a man's mental strength than to see if he accepts disrespect? What better way to see if he has a mind of his own than to literally test it herself in real time? You need to learn to identify when a woman is giving you those tests and interrupt her. If she says something disrespectful, say, "Excuse me," and call her out on it, but also control your emotions and don't allow yourself to be too emotionally affected by a woman's tests. Just shrug it off and see it as, oh, it's just a silly woman, she's just testing me. Never be resentful towards a woman for acting like a woman. When a woman disrespects you, it's not because she doesn't like you. It's actually because she does like you enough to where her mind is literally making her test you to see if you are the kind of guy who she thinks that you are. She likes you and she wants to see if you really are the guy that she thinks she likes. And what's crazy is she doesn't even realize that she's doing this. But if you fail her tests, she ultimately respects you less and becomes less attracted to you. So never let a woman disrespect you in any way. The third way to be more respected by women is having options. Women will never admit this, but even in a relationship, women want a guy who could cheat on her if he wanted to. They want the man that other women want. She wants a guy who has options of other women. Am I saying that you should cheat while you're in a committed relationship? Of course not. Just understand that a woman's biological nature is to be attracted to her best option. It's the same thing with men. But what's different from men is how women identify their best option. women have more of a herd mentality. They choose the guy that they go for off of social value, whereas guys don't really care so much about a woman's social status. This is why women love having celebrity crushes. They love guys like Robert Pattinson because other women also want him, not just because he's physically attractive. But with men, it's a lot different. Like, I think Margot Robbie's pretty, but I would never date a woman like that because realistically, I don't want the headache of dating a girl who is famous. Just understand that the celebrity effect, even on a small scale, whether it's in your school or within your social group, has a big effect on how attractive you are and how much a woman respects you. Stop focusing on love and focus on these 3 principles and implement them into your daily life when you're speaking to women, and women will start to respect you, and then they will start to love you after they respect you. Even if you're in a relationship, you must apply these principles to have a healthy long-term relationship. If you like the advice in this video, leave a comment on what you want to see in the next one. Click and watch this one right here, and I'll see you in the next one.